Welcome to the worst of the best podcast. You wanted the best. Well, they didn't freaking make it! So here's what you get. From Canada, Ryan and Ruban.
Welcome to the worst of the best podcast.
That's right, Ruben. Let me start that again. That's right, Ruben. What did I call you? That's right, Ruben. Hey, Ruben.
We don't decide what's the best. We just decide what's the worst out of that best.
I like how we do that. We're being positive most of the show.
Absolutely.
Because we're just talking about the best things in life. But unfortunately, as we say at the end of our show, there is a cloud in front of every silver lining.
And we'll find it.
And we're going to find that. So, a couple episodes ago, we had the distinct... Is that the word? Distinct or succinct? Distinct.
Definitely distinct.
Thank you.
I don't know where the sentence is going, but I suspect that we're talking about, we had the distinct pleasure of talking about Tom Cruise's career.
That's right. We had a wonderful time talking about Tom Cruise's career. And there's a lot of films that I really enjoy, which isn't the point of our show, because that is the whole point. There's a lot of movies of his that I enjoyed that didn't crack the top 10 or 12 of his box office hits, like Far and Away, Last Samurai. So it's unfortunate that they didn't make the cut, but it doesn't matter because I wouldn't have picked it as the worst. Because that's the idea, is we don't pick the best.
No.
The public picks the best. We pick what we think is the worst. And we were talking about Tom Cruise, and we accidentally said...
Tom Hnks.
Tom Hnks a couple times. So we thought, why not?
Well, yeah.
Let's tom it up. So who doesn't love Tom Hanks?
Tell you, if I had a dime for every single time someone confuses Tom Hanks and Tom Berenger.
Okay, Ruben.
What?
Another episode. No.
What? Game show host?
No. Listen. 3 weeks from now, we are doing the worst of the best celebrity Toms.
Okay. Tom Green?
Exactly. So
Tom Brady?
Tom Green.
Tom Hardy?
Say no more. We want to surprise the audience, but we're going to do the worst of the best first name Tom.
Fantastic. But today is Tom Hanks.
We love Tom Hanks. Okay. So the same criteria that we used for Tom Cruise, we're going to use again for Tom Hanks. But for our first-time listeners, we might have a few that are Tom Hanks fans, so they're listening to today's show. What we do is we, again, don't decide the best. The box office does. So we go to Box Office Mojo, and then we go to adjusted for ticket price inflation. And the reason why we do that is because if these movies were released in today's dollars, at ticket price at the box office dollars, it gives us an idea of what the movie would make in today's box office gross, which is important because it means the public went more to certain films. So, for example, I'll give you an example from a film from a while ago.
More people saw Turner and Hooch than Angels and Demons.
There you go. So thank you, Ruben. So that's a perfect example because another one of these films we're going to be talking about today. But Angel and Demons made $165 million adjusted at the box office.
Not too shabby.
Sure.
Did you see it?
Yes. The one I haven't seen is Inferno.
Inferno?
Exactly. Ruben's Face of Inferno. Ruben, they've done 3 Dan Brown films.
Really?
Yes. Google it right now if you don't believe me.
Well, I believe you.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Da Vinci Code, which we'll talk about.
I didn't see Angels and Demons.
And Angels and Demons, and Inferno was another Dan Brown film directed by Ron Howard, and it was a disaster at the box office.
IMDb gives it 6.2.
Okay,
Not too shabby. You're entertained.
Exactly. It's actually on my DVR to watch. Oh, I record on the movie channel. I'm probably going to watch it and be like, oh, yeah.
You have a DVR.
A DVR, yeah. Like a digital video recorder.
Yes.
So
I'm a cable cutter.
Inferno is his 41 most watched film of his career.
So I guess there's not going to be
okay, put it this way.
Fourth.
Barely made more at the box office than The Bonfire of the Vanities.
Everybody saw that one, it seems like.
Nobody saw that. Was a bomb.
Oh, maybe it's one of those things I just heard. By the way, Tom Hanks could be the very best late night guest interview.
So let's talk about Tom just for 2 minutes or 1 minute, and just that you can't fake nice all the time.
No.
It seems like when he runs into the public on his Instagram account and his Facebook is great. I don't know if you follow him on Facebook.
I do not know.
It's great. He'll do things like somebody left a shoe on the sidewalk. And he goes, "Oh, somebody left their shoe here," and then he always signs everything with Hanks.
Hilarious.
And, he'll just post stuff like that, like very everyday stuff. And I don't think he's being disingenuous.
He's having fun.
He's having fun with life. And he's an easy-going guy. And it comes across that way in interviews. When he does skits on Saturday Night Live, you can tell he is not taking himself seriously.
My wife is a Colin Hanks fan.
Yeah, he's a great actor. His son, great in Fargo, season 1.
I haven't seen Fargo yet.
Colin Hanks, Bravo Zulu for season 1.
Bravo Zulu.
Oh, sorry. Job well done. Navy term.
I'm not in the Navy.
I am. We might have one of our 20 listeners might be in the Navy, so you never know.
Bravo Zulu.
But here we go. So what we did is Ruben and I picked the top 10 films that we've seen, both have seen of Tom Hanks' career, which is pretty much every one of them. I was going
to say the only one that I didn't see that Ryan had is The Polar Express.
The Polar Express may have been one of our worst choice of his top 10, but we're not going to include it because Ruben hasn't seen it, so it's not fair to Tom.
Plus, it's a bit of a cartoon.
Ruben keeps calling it a cartoon. This computer animation, motion animation, directed by Robert Zemeckis.
It's an animated movie.
I think they use like live person.
I fall asleep in all animation movies.
When they first kind of came out, I really thought they were quite great, but I'm bored of them. In a weird way, I'm kind of bored.
Like, for example, I like the Marvel movies, but I haven't seen the last one.
It's actually a really good one. I will say it's a fun...
I like the fun, but too much CGI.
There's a lot of CGI in this one. Thanos, the main character, is CGI.
Who was also, I guess, had the little dots on his head. Josh Brolin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess he acted and...
That's right. That's how they're doing it now.
Okay,
so motion capture.
Motion capture. All right, okay. Okay, so what do we have at the bottom?
The Green Mile.
So
I'm going to give the box office. So again, every numerical value I give from here on out is the numerical value this movie would have made in today's box office. So this gives you an idea of how it competes.
I love The Green Mile.
The Green Mile.
I read The Green Mile.
I've read it twice.
I wept.
I cry every time I watch it. John Coffey. RIP. R.I.P. Both to the character in real life and to the actor.
What happened to him?
He passed away.
Oh, for what?
I'm not sure. Heart attack, I think, honestly.
Oh, wow. I guess he really was just acting.
Wait, what are you talking about?
John Coffey's character could cure other people.
I think he took on somebody else's heart attack.
We just end the episode there. Good line. Green Mile, great movie.
Well, we don't know what the other movies are, Ruben, just yet.
I
don't think this is going to be my worst pick of Tom Hanks' career.
I don't pre-think what I'm going to choose as the worst.
Okay.
So this is a real conversation.
$254 million at the box office.
Women don't play baseball.
There's no crying in baseball. Okay, wow.
I thought that
you quoted Tom Hanks. Women don't play baseball. Oh, that's hilarious. That's funny.
Okay,
that's funny.
It's been a few years.
No, but that's funny though. Like
back when this line came out, Rosie O'Donnell was not only relevant, she was also an actress.
Remember when she had her talk show? Tom Cruise was cutie patootie all the time. And we all were led to believe that she was straight.
Oh, yeah.
That was probably the best acting ever. The next one, Catch Me If You Can. Steven Spielberg directed film. Leonardo DiCaprio. And Tom Hanks isn't really top billing, of course. It's a Leo vehicle, but
sure.
Tom Hanks plays the character that's chasing after...
Integral.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. All right. There's
no small roles.
Yeah, Tom Cruise...
Yeah, wow. What about Tom Cruise?
Speaking of small, he's had a lot of short films.
Though he did wear lifts in Interview with the Vampire.
Yes.
So embarrassing.
Can you imagine that he actually puts them on, eh? Like, he's walking around the set and everyone sees that... What's Tom wearing there? Is Lisette the vampire wearing high heels?
It's crazy.
Yeah, you're shorter. No one ever thinks Dustin Hoffman's tall.
No.
He did his whole career being short. The short Jewish guy. Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah. I'm more of him.
Did you ever watch a Dustin Hoffman movie and think, boy, this would have been better had he been the same height?
It's when they're pretending too much. The overcompensation.
And that's the thing is I love Tom. I don't understand why he just doesn't let his own energy and personality on film.
Is it the short man syndrome?
It must be.
I have no control that I'm taller than the average person.
Yes.
Tom Cruise has no control that he's shorter than the average person.
It's not a shortcoming.
It's just, that's how you're born.
That's right.
All right, moving on.
So,
speaking of short.
Yeah, next film, Ruben?
Big.
I
like that one.
Sure.
Oh, I think everybody likes probably most. some movies will capture the actor's personality. It's like an extension of their personality.
Right. He's a kid at heart.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
yeah.
He was even young when he did this film, probably 20-something.
But when I was a kid, he was old.
Yeah, of course. This was in 88, if you can believe that.
I believe it.
30 years ago.
11?
Yeah, I was 12. Yeah, 12.
Well,
Sure. 12 or 13.
Let's not split hairs.
All right, so next we have Sleepless in Seattle. Well, we're not trying to spoil.
No, it's sleep. I was doing a sound effect for
sleep. Well, he's sleepless. You're not sleeping in Seattle.
I'm awake.
So, Sleepless in Seattle, Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks, romantic comedy. They are How is this? Are they emailing each other or messaging each other?
Like, you've got mail.
No, that's You've Got Mail. There's a movie called You Got Mail with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks.
Oh, really?
Yes, and he's like
terrible.
He's a bookstore owner.
Oh yeah.
And this is their like Sleepless in Seattle Part 2. So this one came out in 93, so this was really early internet, if there's any internet at all. I can't remember even how
I saw it. I don't remember the storyline. I do know it's before Meg Ryan
looked like the Joker.
Why?
Well, we've talked, Ruben, I think on all of our podcasts, we've talked about this so many times. Meg Ryan, it would be really interesting to see what you look like, just if you did nothing. How you would look right now is Meg Ryan, 50-something-year-old Meg Ryan. Because it's okay.
No, that's what she looked like. She looked like Meg Ryan.
At 55.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Opposed to some, like, what? Like, recently I saw Mamma Mia in the theater, and Cher was in it.
Was she, though?
Oh, my gosh.
What part of her was in it? What original part of Cher?
Oh, my gosh. She didn't have a wrinkle.
Oh, wow.
But still looked old.
Yeah. It's alien. It's alien-like.
It looked weird. And then her voice was that... it's embarrassing.
We all age. And look, you're lucky to age.
Yeah.
You're lucky to age. Yeah. The alternative is death.
Age.
You're 90-something.
There's
okay.
more roles for Meg Ryan as an old, wrinkly woman.
Yes, there would have been.
Than some Botox, weird-looking person. Because who do you know in real life that gets their face sliced up and they look weird?
No, you don't. And in fact, I would make a good argument that I bet you her roles have declined due to her plastic surgery.
Something like Renee Zellweger.
Or Goldie Hawn. They could have taken on more roles. They say, well, there's no roles for women. Really?
Yeah.
Ask Meryl Streep.
Yeah. Helen
Mirren. I'm sorry, there are roles for women, and they're out there. And boy, we can go on and on, but go on IMDb. Look at the top shows on TV right now.
There's more roles for women who age gracefully than there are who...
That's a better way of saying it.
Butcher their face.
That's right. If you were an actress in Hollywood, to all of our listeners who are actresses in Hollywood, if you want more roles, roll with aging. There you go. All right. The Da Vinci Code. This was the big hit of 2006. This was based on the book by Dan Brown. It was about the ancestry conspiracy theory that Jesus had children and his offspring were alive today. Let me tell you something about conspiracy theories, Ruben. I enjoy them. Now, before people turn off the show and say, well, Ryan's a quack, or he wears a tinfoil hat, or he's an idiot, what I like about conspiracy theorists or truthers or all these things, when they're harmless and they're not hurting anyone's legacy or death or anything like that, I'm just saying, is their ability to connect dots to things that I could never connect. Like on the dollar bill, if you turn the pyramid upside down, the points at the letter Z.
Yeah. When I was in New Jersey, I talked to this guy who had me believing by the time I left his apartment that the police were following him.
Sure.
And that he was who Homer Simpson was based after.
That's amazing.
And I was like, man, that's crazy. Homer Simpson's based after that guy.
Yeah.
There was nowhere in his apartment that you could sit or be where you couldn't see out the window. Because he had mirrors all strategically put through the place. That you could be in any place and check any spot of the apartment because of the police.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. This is basically a conspiracy theory movie where it connects dots of something that many religions found controversial, to insinuate that Jesus had relations, thus having offspring. But that's what the movie was about. But beyond that, it's actually a fun romp through old Europe and all that good stuff.
No pun intended.
That's right. So speaking of conspiracy theories, Ruben, the next film on his...
the Apollo 13.
Apollo 13, $370 million. Again, this is U.S. only.
So this is the blow-up, right?
No, Apollo 13 did not... Was there damage?
Isn't that Houston we have a problem?
That's right. They're floating around up there a little bit.
Which one? Which one's the one that?
Well, it's the Challenger.
Challenger.
The Challenger blew up.
Whichever one blew up.
The Challenger film was half hour long.
Okay, then the Challenger one, the blowing up, the fix for that, our great uncle,
right,
had the fix for that before it blew up. As you may or may not know, he's a rocket scientist who worked for NASA. He had the fix, and so they implemented the fix after that.
It was like a fuel. It was a fuel breaker. Was it something like that?
I forget, but yeah, I think.
You know what NASA stands for?
I don't know, but I feel a joke coming on.
I need another set of astronauts. Too soon?
Too soon?
1986. Can we move on? 32 years later?
Sure, let's move on.
Okay, so Apollo 13.
Great cast, by the way.
Yeah, great cast, and I didn't see the first 12. All right.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Still really good.
Yeah, thank you. His next big film of his career, number 6 on this list, $388 million, Castaway. I know this is a personal favorite of my brother Ruben's, and obviously a personal favorite of the public because it's number 6 Tom Hanks film of all time.
Speaking of Grandpa, watch this with him. I'm sure you've heard this a gazillion times. He hadn't watched movies like in 20 years type of thing. So anyways, we're watching Castaway. And I think it's by the time he's like just on the island for a bit. And it's a quiet scene in the movie as it is because he's only a member of the cast at that point. Grandpa goes, "Did Tom Hanks get paid $20 million for this movie?" I was like, "Yeah, I think so. Worth every penny."
That's great. True. Yeah, Tom Hanks carried that film. There's no doubt about it. So, Castaway. Next film. Speaking of animation.
Oh, I didn't notice that this was on the list.
Yeah, Toy Story.
It should be admitted. Apparently he got paid $5,000.
Have you not seen Toy Story?
Yeah, no, it's an animated movie.
No, it counts. It counts in their franchise. It counts. We have to. This is huge. $406 million. Now, we're going to count the story.
Great movie.
We're going to count the Toy Story films audience as one film. So Toy Story 1, just for the record here, made $406 million. Toy Story 2, $443 million.
So $849
Toy Story 3, $494 million.
$1 billion. Isn't there a fourth one?
They're making it.
Oh, they're making it.
Okay, so the Toy Story franchise, people, $1 billion.
You know, I bet you Cliff Clavin. Who's the guy?
John Ratzenberg? John Ratzenberg from Cliff?
Oh, he must just be thanking his stars that they...
You know, the fact that when I'm in the Pixar movies, they do well. Yeah, every Pixar film has a John Ratzenberg line, one way or another.
Yeah, he's great.
That's their good luck charm. They admit it. That's their good luck charm.
Toy Story.
Yeah, we all know. I mean, who's listening to the show that doesn't know Toy Story?
I've teared up in one of them.
Toy Story 3, I think, is what you
Yeah.
All right, number 4 is Saving Private Ryan.
And thank goodness. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, it's good to be here, everybody. Thank you. Basically, the movie where they save Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Yeah, just two geeks in a garage laughing at their own jokes.
That's right. Nobody else is. I wonder if anyone listens to our show ever and laughs.
We don't know. Nobody's ever left a review.
We do have a handful of listeners. We want to thank you, listeners.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We have enough listeners to just barely warrant our time and effort on this. We would love it. Just one review.
Sure, yeah.
One iTunes review. One. Somebody say you laugh.
Anybody? Bueller.
So, yeah, they saved Private Damon. Yeah. Okay. Oh, another movie directed by Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg, of course, directed the earlier aforementioned Catch Me If You Can. So, now we're going to skip numbers 3 and 2 were the Toy Stories. Number 1 movie of his career of all time, and by a huge margin. Let's put this in perspective. U.S. tickets alone, Toy Story 3 was $495 million. That is a hit, ladies and gentlemen. This film, Forrest Gump, 94 release Forrest Gump, it was released today with the same amount of tickets sold, $728 million domestic gross.
U.S. alone, yeah.
U.S. alone.
Crazy.
That is insanity money.
I didn't realize it was that big.
Yes, that's insane.
Like, if someone gave me the list of movies and I were to put them in order that I would think...
Let's put this in perspective.
Please do.
If I remember, Tom Cruise's Top Gun, his number 1 film of his career, same inflation rule, didn't break 500.
Oh, wow.
More people saw Forrest Gump in the theaters than Top Gun.
I love that movie.
By 230 million
Did you see it in the theater?
Top Gun?
No, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, yes, I did. And I cried like a baby.
Yeah, me
I
too.
was 94. I was 18 years old, almost 19 years old, and I saw it in the theaters, and I cried like a baby when he's sitting in front of the grave.
Oh yeah.
And I know there's a big.
on a date.
I was with somebody, but I don't think it was a date. I don't think he would appreciate it.
Oh, you never know.
Actually, you know what? I might have been on a date, Ruben, to be honest with you, but I don't remember who.
I remember who, but I'm not going to say.
Well, just tell me and I can edit it.
Oh, this is Jen Jensen.
That was when I was dating Jen Jensen. Ruben and I were both dating Jen Jensen. But we actually both had a girlfriend.
At the same time.
Same time.
Same name.
Same name.
Definitely different people.
Definitely different people.
And they definitely married other people.
They married other people. Probably better people.
Yeah.
Good for them. Bad for us. And they're not listening to the show, so it really doesn't matter.
They're not listening.
There's
Can you
no
imagine?
way. You know what? I had nothing but wonderful memories. Good people.
I'm still friends with Jen.
I don't think I'm not friends. We've seen each other over the years, but we just never see each other. But yeah, there's no bad blood. No bad
My family stayed at their house last year, I think it was.
Yeah, nice. Okay, remember, there's Tom Hanks' career. So, that is the best of his career for
That's
the
the
public.
best.
That's the best.
That's the best. But in there
is your worst, and I have my worst.
All right, let's just.
No, not the same time. I
Why?
don't like the same time because people want to hear our voice first. You know what I mean?
No, nobody has told us one thing that they want to hear. Nobody's saying anything.
No, the people have spoken. The people have spoken how they like this part of the show to
All
work.
right, this episode we'll do it your way.
Okay, why don't we do? Yeah, we'll alternate. Okay.
Sure.
For today, Ruben, what's your Tom Hanks worst pick?
Sleepless in Seattle.
Okay, mine is Saving Private Ryan. Now I know there's probably audience members. I'll explain mine. I'll give you a chance. I think Sleepless in Seattle was my second choice.
If you had a choice to watch Sleepless in Seattle or Saving Private Ryan,
Like right now, you put the two in front of me. Which one do I put in?
okay, well, you know what? I might be in agreement then.
Yes, this is where it comes. And I know people are saying, "Well, Ryan, well, that's not fair. Maybe you've seen Saving Private Ryan."
Saving
more.
Private Ryan, I think, is a better movie.
Of course, it's a better movie in the sense it's like look.
But do I want to see people being blown up right now on a Sunday
No,
night?
but that's actually not. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to get at.
Okay.
I'll make this a 30-second review of Saving Private Ryan. Why I don't think it's as great as people say it is. On a technical level, it's a masterpiece. I understand that, and maybe that's all people need.
You wish the Germans won.
No, please. No, the opening sequence, that opening sequence alone, it's worth the price of a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm bored out of my mind thereafter. And in fact, even that opening sequence was kind of a hard watch. German soldiers getting shot who are surrendering. It's a hard sequence to watch because it's war, and I understand that. I don't get excited by war movies, so I find them fascinating stories. Here's what I'm getting at. Is what makes Platoon a better war film is because the characters are so rich and the acting is actually that much better. And speaking of Tom Berenger. Sorry, Tom
Hanks?
No, the other Tom that's in that movie.
Grady?
No, Tom Berenger's in that movie.
Tom Berenger is in that movie.
You're thinking of who are you thinking of? The America's
When
Funniest
you say Tom Berenger, I think America's Funniest Home
No,
Videos.
who's that?
That's Tom Berenger.
No.
I'll look it up.
Tom Berenger. Okay, so I'm going to continue. So what I'm trying to say is with the Saving Private Ryan, after the drop, all they're doing is walking, gathering more troops. Why do we have to go save this one guy? Ed Burns, for the record, is one of the worst actors in film history, and he ruins this film for me. And that's not Tom Hanks' fault. So Tom Hanks is a great actor. He's great in every scene. I like the opening sequence. However, Ruben, I would be more interested. I would rather watch Sleepless in Seattle right now than putting on Saving Private Ryan.
Tom Berenger is an actor.
Yes.
Tom Bergeron
yes.
is the
America's Funniest Home Videos. And then probably sometime actor. I'm sure he's done some acting.
I'm sure he's been in something. I got the two confused. So before, when you're mentioning Tom Berenger or whatever his name is, I'm going to side with you on this one. You've changed my vote.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, argument actually worked.
Well, I used to be a snob for movies, but now I just go by the fact, am I entertained?
Yes, exactly.
Just, am I entertained?
I would actually be bored watching Saving Private Ryan because they complain the whole movie about saving this guy. And then Matt Damon, when he's found, doesn't want to be saved. Why did you guys come out here for me? It's just a frustrating film. Anyways.
All right.
Remember, in front of every silver lining, there's a cloud. Matt Damon.